and I kind of like this tree that fell over the path here and the pieces of snow over the top. So that's what I'm going to paint. And I've got my setup here. This is an illustration board. It's not treated with anything, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to be using acrylic, so it should be just fine. So I'm going to be using open acrylics for this: burnt umber, ultramarine blue, maybe alizarin crimson, yellow ochre, and some titanium white. And that's why I didn't really need to treat this, because this will cover it up. Now they're very soft paints, as you can see they're starting to run, so I'm going to be using basically the soft brushes that I normally use for gouache painting, and we'll see how that goes. One of the nice things about using a big brush is that I can cover a lot of territory, like the sky and these background trees here. So that's something that I would really recommend if you haven't done it. If you have a bigger brush, use that for as long as you can and see how many different textures you can get, both these big broad textures as well as with a flat brush like this, the straight lines. Sometimes you can get a very thin line as well. It's very fun. So that was really fun and kind of interesting. I haven't painted with open acrylics for a long time. That's actually what I started painting with. But the paint, I'm sure it's different depending on the temperature. I mean, considering that the temperature is right around freezing right now and the humidity is super high. It stayed wet. I would say pretty much just like oils. It was maybe comparable to oils using liquid, but probably not as fast drying as that. And at the end, I did find it a little bit difficult to layer. So I think it'll be interesting once it's totally dry to go over the top of it, maybe with oils, and see how I feel. But to think about moving from plein air to studio is definitely something that I've been thinking about trying to do. I also felt pleased in my ability to cover that 8x10 panel in essentially 35 minutes, 5 minutes for a drawing, 30 minutes more or less. Maybe it was like 28 minutes now, I can't remember exactly, for the painting process. So that was fun. And I really liked using the illustration board for a plein air painting, which I've done with gouache but never with acrylic. But I actually feel like it took the acrylic maybe even a little bit better than the gouache. Just really pleasant to draw on, and it's super cheap. I mean, I cut that myself, but you get a whole large sheet of it that you could cut mini panels from, like maybe 10 or 12 panels. And I want to say that like one of those sheets is like $5 or something like that. I can look at the actual math behind it, but it's relatively cheap, but it's a firm surface. It's frameable. It's probably not as archivable as a hardboard, but I think for doing what we did today, it's pretty solid. And for being as rusty as I am, I felt like this was a good kind of reset. So I've been wanting to paint plein air in the wintertime, and since it was cold, this was like a nice way to kind of get it done fast. We'll call it done for now. Here's what we've got, and we'll maybe go in and touch that up later. Floss the light, but that's what we're looking at.